We got to get past these basic fears: failure, rejection, success, because they are so handicapped, right? They are handicapping. That's what they do. They neutralize. People who otherwise have tremendous talent and ability and power are neutralized simply by a fear of other people, simply by being afraid that they'll fail. Everybody else will see that they're a failure, and then they'll have to live forever confirmed in perpetual shame that they were caught. Much like these celebrities, for example, who been accused of sexual deviancy and sexual harassment, people that we held on pedestals, actors and news commentators that now are banished. They are banished from society. They can't get a job. They can't do anything anymore. Why? Because the cat's out of the bag. Everybody now knows what they've always known about themselves, right? So those are extreme examples, but we operate the same way. Our fear of failure, our fear of the judgment of others to confirm what we already know that we are is the same. We won't take a risk. We won't come out of that safe zone, right? We're going to stay where it's safe and comfortable, where nobody's going to judge us. Everybody's going to like us and think we're awesome and wonderful, and we never have to risk it. We never have to put ourselves out there. We can just stay free of judgment by doing nothing. Hey, I understand, man. I mean, it's, you put yourself out there, especially like something online where criticism can come easily. That's tough. And then we have trolls, right? They're going to come out of the woodwork and tell you bad things about yourself or argue with you. And so are other people who will put themselves out there so that they can be praised. And that's this selfie generation of just people perpetually posting pictures of themselves. Sometimes I'm concerned about some people who, their entire Instagram or their entire Facebook is literally the same photograph. Literally the same photograph 100 times. They may change the phrase, they may change the status update that goes with it, but it's literally the same selfie over and over and over and over again. Why would they do that? Well, they do it because they know if they do that, then all of their friends, all the do-wells, are going to blow sunshine up their backside and tell them how pretty and handsome and wonderful they are. Safe zone, right? It's a safe zone. It's putting yourself out there safely instead of putting yourself out there with risk, right? Putting yourself out there with risk and just taking a picture of whatever you're doing. And not that you have to do this online. I don't care what you do. Stay offline. You're probably better off that way anyway. But if that's something that we all know, something we can all measure, if you put yourself out there, you got to be ready for the judgment. But you don't want to be dependent upon that. People, again, who are putting out their perpetual selfies, they need that praise. They need that to affirm themselves. Now, you can use the opinions of others like in a business fashion to judge how well something's doing. For example, when I go through to look through my previous video series to see which one I want to promote, I'm obviously going to go to the one that has the biggest reach, the most likes and shares, and has the most comments, the people that say the best things about, because I know it's resonating. It's a topic that's resonating with people. Now, there might be another series that people didn't pay hardly any attention to that I think they really need, but they liked this one over here. So I need to use that information in order to, promote, get them on board, and eventually give them the series that I think would really be more helpful. They just can't see it just yet. But I can't do that unless I get data. I can't do that unless I get judgment from others. So you do need that, right? From a business standpoint, you do need it. But when it comes to personal life, you can't be dependent upon the praise of other people, and you can't be dependent or scared to death of the judgment of other people, because that's dependency. And the key to dependency is that whatever you're dependent upon is what's going to control you, right? So you want to be independent. Independent means free from the control of another, independent. I'm not dependent upon them, therefore I'm free from them, therefore I have self-control. If I'm dependent on their opinion, good or bad, right? I let their bad comments get to me, I'm dependent then. I need their judgment. I would feel so much better if they would agree with me. I'd feel so much better if they wouldn't say mean things to me. No, you can't be dependent on it either way. Because if you are, even when it's all good things being said to you, you're still just as dependent and therefore just as weak. Because if that judgment ever changes or they stop saying good things about you, they just go quiet, you're going to fall apart. You're going to fall to pieces. You have a commitment and a duty and an obligation to yourself to maximize your life. That means taking risk. That means trying new things. That means moving forward without fear of judgment or criticism, not concerned about failing, because failure is something that you need. It's going to give you valuable information about what you need to adjust in order to achieve your goals. Can you dig it? I hope you can.